All right, guys, our next guest picked up his second UFC win this past weekend at UFC Glendale against Marvin Vettori, extending his winning streak to 13 straight in MMA. He now joins us on the show. The last style bender, Israel Adesanya. Welcome back to Submission Radio. It's great to have you, man.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks for having me.
What a treat, dude. This feels very intimate. We feel like we're in bed with Israel Adesanya. What are you doing right now?
We had a shower just to prep for this. Oh well, I'm about to go out anyway, have some dinner, but yeah, fresh out the shower, so you guys caught me at a good time.
Yeah, clearly. What's the dinner plans? Are you going to hit up a Philly cheesesteak in Glendale?
Nah, we're in New Jersey, so don't know yet. But the boys, I think Dan and them are getting some light work done now, a little sweat up. So after they're done, we'll go have dinner. So I don't know. We'll see what's up.
We saw a photo of you in Philly with the famous Rocky statue on Twitter, and you said you still haven't watched the movie. Could that be true?
That's facts.
Wow.
I tried about 3 years ago, but I think for the time, like my coach said, it's a movie that inspired a generation. Fair enough. And I'm not sure that was in the 80s, I think. But for me, it doesn't. I tried. It doesn't hold up like the way I would have expected it. So maybe I just gotta like get stoned and watch it. And
Do you think you'll ever try again? Is that sort of on the cards? Especially now, you're looking very comfortable. I feel like after dinner, this could be the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, not today, no. Not tonight.
I'd love it if he was watching it as he was speaking to us, just giving it another go. Maybe Submission Radio will make it a bit easier to get through this. Just quickly, Casper mentioned the Philly cheesesteak. I saw you did have one when you were over there. Give us the lowdown. What do you give it out of 10? Did it live up to your expectations?
Give it an 8. I had a classic. There was many different flavors, but I just, you know what? I'll have a classic, just a regular cheesesteak, and I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It was beautiful.
That's pretty good. 8. It's high.
Yeah, the look like it was gonna be crusty, but like you can see on my athlete page, I shared like a little day out in Philly, and when I bit into that bread, my face changed. It was like so soft, just really, really soft. I was surprised, and yeah, it was beautiful. I might have another one eventually, maybe not in Philly, but out here in New Jersey.
Wow, I have dreams about what that bread would taste like. I hope to one day try some for myself. Just quickly, before we talk about this fight, we noticed the weigh-ins, the shirt didn't quite rip, didn't quite go full Hulk Hogan. What happened? That would have been disappointing for you, right?
That's all good. Like, yeah, shit like that happens, But funny thing enough, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Because, going up to even like about to weigh in, you still kind of get, the little butterflies and jitters and whatnot. And then that happened, and it was just like worst case scenario. And in that moment, boom, instantly, I didn't give a fuck. Like, and it was just like made. That's why I said, like, you look at my Instagram story. I said I'm so calm, it scares me sometimes. Because backstage, I was getting nerves, but I was just pushing them away slowly with my breathing and everything. But I put it all down to that moment, because that moment happened, and it's like one of those things where you dream and you're, like a nightmare. You wake up in your underwear or something in front of everyone.
Yeah. What?
So that moment happened. I was just like, like I just didn't give a fuck. And yeah, I'm glad I'm able to kind of be composed in those kind of situations, because a lot of men would have panicked, and then same thing happened and let that. For me, it was the opposite. That moment just made me go, I don't give a fuck. It was beautiful.
I guess because you lived out your nightmare and you realized it wasn't so bad, so you're like, whatever. But you mentioned the butterflies. Are you nervous? I'm always fascinated, like, what's going through a fighter's mind. What are you sort of nervous about? What are the butterflies down to?
The butterflies. How do I put it? Okay, so when I was a kid, like, when I would get bullied, and my leg would start shaking, and even, one time, look at him, he's shaking. But I used to think, man, I'm scared. Like, oh fuck, and I was scared. But as an adult now, what it means is it's just adrenaline running through your body, and you can feel it. Like, I'm in tune with my body now, so I know I can feel it, and it's just your body getting ready for war, for battle, getting ready to fight or flight or freeze. Some guys freeze. That's the third F they don't tell you about. It's fight, flight, or freeze. And yeah, when I'm in fight mode or flight mode, same thing. The adrenaline just runs through, so you can feel it in your stomach. The butterflies. You feel your legs, kind of shaking a little bit. And there's other things, but it's your body getting ready for battle. That's what it is. It's getting ready to do something crazy.
I can't believe that Israel Adesanya actually got bullied in his younger years. That must be a pretty crazy situation when they see what you're doing now. Have you been able to see any of these dudes from back in the day? Have you run into any one of them? And if you have, what kind of response did they have? I imagine that you're biggest fans now.
Yeah, they tell people we're friends. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? like I'll tell kids, no matter what, even if like you're in the like shit right now and you feel like you're getting bullied at school and there's no way out, there's always a way out. And I'll tell you one thing, it's okay. Don't peak in high school. Don't peak in college. That's all. Like, cause trust me, I see some of these guys now and I'm like, the fuck? Like, I used to be scared of you. Like some of them can't fathom, like they just, like some guys from First 15 rugby team in my school they just fat with 4 kids to 3 different baby mamas now, still living in the same town. And yeah, you know, it's weird. Kids are stupid and kids are just like a bunch of chimps filled with testosterone at that age. So they don't know how to channel it. And that's where, you know, bullying is just part of nature. But yeah, it's okay. It's just don't peak in high school. That's my advice. And yeah, a lot of them see me now. I just keep them on my Facebook. I let them, because they're not really friends, but I keep them on there so they can see what I'm doing now. I'm petty like that.
That's very backhanded. You're very subtle like that. All right, we're going to talk about this big fight. Obviously, you got the win against Marvin Vettori. Congratulations. But you were pretty hard on yourself, and you put out on Twitter, you know, you did the GSP voice, you did the robot, the alien emoji, nice touches, basically saying that you weren't impressed. Basically, that you weren't impressed with your performance. Now that it's been a little while, how do you feel back? How do you feel about it? And have you had a chance to watch the fight back now?
Yeah, I watched it a bunch of times. At first, I gave myself like if I was being generous, a 4, but probably a 3. But now watching the fight back, I'll give it a 5.5 or a 6.
So you feel better about it?
Yeah, definitely. It's hindsight. Yeah, it's foresight or hindsight, both. Because I knew later on when I watch it, I'll feel better about it. So I was kind of expecting. This is always what happens when I watch my fights that I'm not proud of anyway. But yeah, and Luke Thomas was saying something about like I think you're being hard on yourself and it's people being hard on you because they have such high expectations. And I said I don't give a fuck about other people's expectation of me. All I give a fuck about is my expectation of myself. So yeah, I have high standards, and I felt like I didn't really. I could have put him away. I was fresh. I told Eugene after the fight, I've got 2 more rounds in me. And we only based our camp on a 3-round fight. So wait till 5-round fights. Like, I can't wait. I was fresh, you know? So, yeah, if the fight, you know, woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, whatever. If the fight had gone another round, 2, he definitely would have gassed out and I would have finished him. But, yeah, he's a tough guy. Hats off to him. His granite chin held up, as he said. But, yeah, I was already breaking him down. I broke down his leg. I was starting to go for the body before the fight ended. And that 3rd round, I just started thinking too much. But yeah, I would have got back into the flow. First 2 rounds, I flowed. And by the 3rd round, I was thinking too much. So it is what it is. I just have to, you know, like win and learn. They say win or learn, but this one I'll win and learn.
I know you mentioned that, you know, you don't really care about critics, but I guess this is the first time in the MMA world, because I know in the kickboxing world, you were up the top for quite some time, but in the MMA world, this is the first time where you've had to deal with the MMA community being a bit negative about you after your performance. Because after Perth, everybody absolutely loved you. Here, there were a couple of critics, people in the community saying that, you know, some people saying that they thought you were overrated, other people saying that you're not as good as other people think. Was that difficult for you to sort of deal with? And how do you block that out, I suppose, for the first time in your MMA career? Because I suppose there'd be things all over the internet that you'd have to be stopping yourself from sort of reading.
No, this is it. Like, when I tell you guys, you know, I mean, after UFC 221, I told you guys I've been prepping for this for years.
Yeah.
I mean that. I prepped for every single aspect, including this. And how I prepped for this was just, how I say, little doses like of venom, little doses of hate, you know, every once in a while over the last few years. And even after the Glory fight, all that shit, you get big doses as well. And just how you deal with it, little doses. So now when I go bit after this fight by the critics and if they try to inject me with their venom, I'm immune to it. Like, do I look bothered? Nothing, you know? And the Italians are being salty. And I'm like, I love Italy. You know, they're saying I was being racist because I said something about spaghetti. Who doesn't fucking love spaghetti? And he tried to claim if he had said something about me. I'm like, everyone loves fried chicken and watermelon. Fuck you mean? I was that racist. These bitches on the internet, like, I love spaghetti. I love lasagna. I love Italian pussy. I mean, it's fair game. It's all fair in love and war. So they can cry about all they want, but hey, a win's a win, and I stayed winning.
What did you think about him saying that he was essentially going to slap you if he saw you again? Because he was very fired up, and he was talking about how, you know, these are things that he... Sorry?
He had 15 minutes. I said I wish a nigga would. He had 15 minutes to do what? To try and slap me. Bitch, he couldn't do shit to me. Even when people are like, oh, I think you lost that fight. I love his acting. He deserves an Oscar for that after the, you know, when I got announced the winner, the way he was like, and just stormed out the cage, his acting. Oh, bravo. His acting chops were on. He might have to pick up. I don't know how to. I mean, for me, you see me, I'm objective and I'm honest about my assessment of my performance, and I know what I have to do to get better. If you have that kind of attitude when you lost a fight, and you want to keep it in your head like, oh, I won that fight, and you have all these yes men feeding you that shit that, oh, you won that, bro. I mean, he's not gonna get far. He's not gonna. I said after the fight, I might see you at the top, but with this kind of attitude, fuck no, he's gonna get cut. He's gonna get dropped soon.
I found that interesting, actually, that you did say, I'll see you again. I was wondering what you meant by that, because, you know, if you're the UFC matchmakers, you kind of look at this, a guy like yourself, you think, all right, Israel beat Marvin, move on to the next one. I was wondering why you said you'd see him again if you expected maybe a rematch. I'm just wondering, sort of on him sort of saying that he was going to slap you. Did you see him later that night afterwards?
Oh, fuck no. If he saw me, he could have. I wish someone would. I mean, what's he gonna do? Oh, he couldn't even walk. I beat the fuck out of his front leg. He couldn't even walk properly. So I'm healing. My eye was fat. It's like 70% better now. You wait. And yes, black guys can get black eyes. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna slap me. This is keyboard warrior shit. I should have expected that from him because he's a fuck boy. You know, he's relishing in my downfall at the hand of someone else, and he's the kind of person. His character spoke for itself during the fight, before the fight, and after the fight. So. Yeah, he's a fuckboy for real. And, you know, I really wanted to knock him out. And that was the thing. I wanted to knock him out. My coach said, just let it happen. You know, in the third round, he was ready to go, but I was thinking too much. I didn't let it happen. So, yeah, if he saw me, I bet you, I'll put money on it. He wouldn't do shit. He wouldn't slap me. He's just trying to, he's Italy's guy. So he has to try and be the hero for the people. So he has to try and save face. He's got to talk all this shit online. You had a chance to. I was at the hotel after the fight. I was around. Why didn't he? So, yeah, fuck him.
Well, let's move on because in your pre-fight interview, you mentioned that you had another opponent in mind. Apparently, it seemed like something happened backstage that kind of, or during the lead up to the fight that kind of inspired you to potentially fight this person next. Can you now open up, now that you've fought Vettori and won, what exactly you meant in that pre-fight interview?
I said it in the post-fight scrum that it was Brad, and they said he called me out or something. And I was like, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't understand where they got that from. Nothing happened, really. I'm like Goku in a way.
Yeah.
Excuse the comparison, but like where I want to fight the tough guys, the guys that are coming up, the young tough guys, you know, the old dogs as well who have got the experience, the skills. I want to fight the best, you know, and during breakfast one morning, I just said what's up because his trainer's Ray Sefo. So I said what's up to him. I said what's up to Brad as well. And I shook his hand, and nothing. There was no ill will, like nothing. But when we shook each other's hands, it was kind of like a mutual respect of, you know, you're in my weight class. You know, I'm gonna see you. It's just it's energy. You feel it, and it wasn't anything bad, nothing negative. I was like, okay, then I want to fight this guy, and that was it. And after the fight, it kind of got I think it's been offered to us. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can speak on it, but yeah, if that goes down, then that'll be 3 for 3, where I kind of subconsciously pick my opponents before my fights in the UFC. So yeah, it's never anything bad, like negative, like, oh, it was an altercation or whatnot, or me throwing a trolley at a bus or some shit. But it was I want to fight, and he had a knockout as well. So good on him. He had a nice finish that night. I think his first finish in a long time, and he's been in the UFC in a long time. So, yeah, he's not a really big name, but he's a bit of a name. I think he's in top 15 as well. So, yeah, he's got a ranking. Give me him, and let me, And also, I I was saying his trainer Ray Sefo, he's a legend, living legend.
Oh yeah.
And he's a guy that came up from under my trainer's trainer. We're from the same school, the lineage of striking. So yeah, he can put his student against, Eugene putting me up against, it's like coach versus coach, student versus student, and we'll see who the superior striker is. Oh no, so fuck that. Superior fighter is. This is MMA. But if he wants to go toe to toe, I welcome him to toe. I wish a nigga would. I wish a nigga would.
I smell a new T-shirt.
How do you think?
You get 5% commission then. 5%,
yes.
Nah, 3. I'm giving you 3%.
Come on, you can't do that. You can't go down a percentage. At least wait till the interview's over and do it.
Hey, we did marketing for the Good Cunt T-shirt. Remember that? That was a lot of retweets. All right, there's negotiating.
There were no percentages there.
Make it 7%. That's my final offer. 7% commission.
We'll take it.
We like it. We like it. Just quickly, if that fight did go down with you and Brad, how do you think that would play out?
Easier than this fight. Much easier than this fight. Not trying to hype the fight. Not trying to fucking be this guy that talks shit just for fucking talking shit's sake. I'm just saying it'll be way easier than this fight because I give Vettori credit. His striking is ugly. It's just weird. It's ugly. So that's his advantage as well. His chin, his toughness, and his advantage is weird ugliness. And the fucking good thing about me, one thing I really enjoyed about myself was that I can say I did good, was able to read him and feel him. Whenever he threw something weird that I wasn't used to seeing from his stance, I was able to just adapt on a split second, on a drop of a dime, And you can see it in that fight. I was playing, and I think that's why one of the judges might have given it to him because they see all these shots missing, but they don't see it. They think they're hitting sometimes, and they just not even touching, sliding past me this close. I'm playing with fire. I'm playing in the fucking pocket sometimes. And these guys think, oh, he's getting the better of those exchanges. They don't really see what's happening. You should see me. I've put my face up. Have you seen his face after the fight? He has to wear stunner shades. He has to try and hide his face because he doesn't want to know the kind of fucking damage I put on him. So, this next fight with Brad, if it happens, then I see it going easier because I've seen that shit before many times, thousands, hundreds of thousands of times. Like, I've seen that kind of stuff. So he's a tough guy, but yeah, it'll be easier than this fight, guarantee you.
There you go. Just quickly, we'll let you go in a moment, Israel. I really appreciate your time. You also tweeted out to Derek Brunson, "Say my name, cunt." Where it almost felt like you were angling for a fight with him. Was that the case, or are you sort of setting things up in the future?
I don't think they're gonna give me him because he won't fucking take this fight because of his ranking. But these motherfuckers, I told you. Did
you want Brunson though? Like if they offered you Brunson right now, would you have taken it?
First round. If I ever fight Brunson, not emotionally speaking, but if I ever fight him, first round, he slept easily. He comes at me with that fucking stupid wavy flailing spaghetti arm, chin up style. Slept. Face down, ass up. 100%. Wow. I'll put money on it. But the reason I said that about him is because even in the countdown, I say, these guys, they treat me like the Dark Lord. He who shall not be named. They don't want to say my name. I'm telling them, if they want to beat me yesterday, because I get better every fucking time I get in there, And he's one of those guys who was tweeting some bullshit like, I spy a middleweight talking the 10 to 10. And I'm like, he's talking about me. And I'm like, oh, ground game's from trash. How's my ground game trash? What the fuck did he do to me on the ground? I stuffed how much takedowns? I didn't get taken down till twice in the third round, I think, and also a failed attempt. And I had like a fucking sick off my failed lateral drop attempt. I had a sick sweep that we've been drilling. I went for the ankle, and he based out that way. I swept him the other way. I just didn't quite finish it. I took my foot off the hip too quick before I got up, so he got my back. And I was about to roll for a knee bar as well, but I thought about it. I should just done it when I felt it. I thought about it, and I was like, nah. But I mean, ground games and trash. These guys are just talking shit. I'm giving you honesty. I'm speaking objectively. I'm letting you know what's up. And these guys are just like trying to hype bullshit. They are ground games from trash. Come see me. You said I should win and come see you. I'm out here. You come see me now. I'm the A side in this. He's a fuck boy. And he never said my name. And they're too scared to say my name because I'm the Dark Lord. So I wish a nigga would say my fucking name. What I said.
So as we wrap up, you mentioned Brad. What time frame are you thinking, though? I mean, you mentioned to us you want to keep active throughout the year. How soon do you think we could see you back in there?
Hey, after the fight, I was only limping because of my offense, because I beat the fuck out of Vettori's legs. And, I think by the next day I was kind of hopping around, and now I can run. I'm like Wolverine. This eye was like swollen, not shut, but it was swollen about 3 days ago. And now I'm out here. It's just a little shade darker. I'm like Wolverine or Deadpool. I heal quick, you know? So I can go tomorrow. This weekend, if they need me, I can step in. And that's not a lie. That's not me talking shit. Wow. Some middleweight pull out, and then Dana says, yo, okay, I'm going to have to make them triple the money because of the notice. But if they say I should jump in this weekend, on my fucking life, I will jump in. So I'm ready.
Well, there you go, guys. I mean, the UFC are going to love your company, man, but I like the negotiating as well. You know, you're going to step in, but you're going to make it worth your while as well. And by the way, I think if you're going to be Wolverine or Deadpool, you got to be Deadpool, right? I mean, you got the tattoo already on Deadpool on you, so it's got to be Deadpool. Guys, don't forget to follow Israel on Twitter and Instagram at StyleBender. A very, very, very strong Twitter and Instagram game. A lot of fun stuff there. As we let you go, Israel, any fun?
If you're easily triggered, don't follow me. If you're easily triggered, don't follow me, because I'm a trigger everyone. I keep pulling the trigger.
Any final words as you're laying in bed, chilling, relaxing, readying for dinner? Any final words for any of the fans in Australia or the US, or maybe people that might see you at dinner in a matter of minutes?
Worldwide, just be a good cunt. I keep saying, like, it's weird. I'm not trying to be a fucking preacher now, but like, just try it. If you want to be a cunt, catch yourself. And I catch myself doing it. If I'm about to yell at someone in traffic, I'll catch myself and I'm like, breathe, don't, and just do the opposite of the cunty thing you were about to do. And you'll realize being nice feels good. It honestly feels good. Rose said it after she won the belt. And I was like, yes, girl, get it. Like, being nice feels good. If you fucking put it out there, it'll come back to you. I swear to God.
I feel like if more preachers started and ended sermons with be a good cunt, I might be a little bit more religious. So appreciate the time, man. Appreciate you letting us into your bed, man. Have a great dinner. Thank you so much, Israel.
Thank you, Israel.
Wow. All good, bro. See you guys.